Afterwards, we took a walk and everything seemed perfect. So I asked her to marry me. She said no.
Dang. What was this guy thinking? He fucking panicked.
Am I the asshole for very rarely / almost never wanting to go to restaurants because my girlfriend makes food that's just as good, if not better than restaurant food? This is Bello.
I'm finna murder this driver.
This is Darien.
And this is Paddy.
And this is Jerry Pierce.
What? For me, you paused for a really long time before you said this is Paddy.
Yeah.
I didn't. I actually went right after you.
Technical difficulties.
Oh well.
God, I haven't been accused of this since gaming because I don't really game anymore, and I forgot how infuriating it is to have people say that it's your fault.
Hey, look.
Like I forgot like how upsetting it is when people are like, "There's an echo in the mic. It's Paddy's mic." How fucking annoying that is. And like it instantly
like that.
You've basically like questioned my character.
Yeah, you might as well have insulted my family. You have brought dishonor upon me.
Yeah.
I remember being in Modern Warfare 2 lobbies and just having to scream at like an 8-year-old. Like, are you using a fucking Connect to talk to me right now? Because it's clear.
And he said, dude, my dad's in the other room, man. Quiet down.
Well, I'm going to get us started here, boys. Before we jump into the episode, first things first, Darren, do you want to drop a tidbit of what our next Deliberation Room minisode may be about?
Yeah, it's about us taking the pilgrimage down to Death Valley, aka Tiger Stadium, to watch an LSU game for my bachelor party. Woo woo! Because your boy is getting married. We've mentioned it a couple times. But no, it was a really fun adventure. It was good to have like several of my worlds collide on this trip. You know, some people may have been happier with that situation than others. You know, bathrooms may have been an issue. Not for me, because I had my own. But no, it was super fun, and I had a great time. I hope everybody who went had a great time. And we can get into some pretty crazy stories. So I'm excited.
Hell yeah. And also, before we dive in, if you're not following us on TikTok, Instagram, the Twitter Paddy doesn't post on, we've got some real gas these days, guys. We've got some real cool content coming from this trip. You know, me and Paddy, Paddy took the lead on it. May have done some interviews, may have talked to the people of, I almost said Baton Rouge, of New Orleans to get their takes on college football. Speaking of college football, Paddy, what are you doing?
You know, I'm just I'm out here hitting bets, talking a little ball, getting absolutely destroyed in TikTok comments for saying that Indiana was East Coast. Again, I was saying that they were going from an East Coast time zone to a West Coast time zone. But no, I have a bunch of Karens in my comments saying, "Oh, who are you? Indiana's not East Coast." Nobody gives a fuck about Indiana. Nobody cares.
Uh-oh.
They're finally relevant in football for the first time ever.
Going undone, ladies and gentlemen.
God, so stupid.
Mary Jane, that's your real TikTok handle. Follow us. We really appreciate it. And Paddy will personally DM you to apologize if you follow us.
That's true.
No, I won't.
That's true.
Even though do it.
I have to take Paddy's side. You all are wrong in the context of having to fly across the country. Calling Indiana East Coast is not obscene when talking about Oregon.
Dude, Midwesterners get real weird about the Midwest. I will say that. They're like, this isn't the North. And this isn't the East either. I'm like, then what are you? Nobody cares.
You're definitely not the Midwest. I'll tell you that. You're far from it.
What, you know, we're all, you know, from other places. Well, Paddy, I guess, is a Midwestern guy, but, you know, I didn't know what the Midwest was for, you know, the first 25 years of my life. It feels like
Midwest is a good vibe. I love the Midwest.
Vibes.
Yeah, Midwest is cool, but if you gave 10-year-old me a map of the United States and said point Midwest, I'd be like, oh,
Montana,
Idaho. That's where I would not end up in Wisconsin, to say the least.
Or Indiana.
Fuck Indiana. Per Paddy.
I
don't care, but
I like Sig, so I gotta ride with Indiana. But Signetti is their coach. But that was a pretty heated exchange in the comments.
Yeah, I thought Darien would say he likes cigarettes, which is true, but
yeah, me, the cigarette guy. The cigarette guy. Yeah. That's me. 24, that's me. Yeah. All right. Let's get rolling. What is this story about? I've already forgotten.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Am I the asshole for very rarely, almost never wanting to go to restaurants because my girlfriend makes food that is just as good, if not better, than restaurant food? And you know what? This is from a throwaway account, you could tell, because the account is Girlfriend Restaurant.
I actually like that name, though. I dig that name, even though it's a throwaway. Girlfriend Restaurant.
Before we even get started, I'll say this. At minimum, what a compliment. What a compliment. Can you imagine someone's like, no, I'm serious. I don't want to go to restaurants because, like, why? Like,
that'd be cool.
As a person who does the dishes in his house most often, I would not take it. They're like, but it's so good. And I'd be like, I've cleaned this kitchen 5 times this week. Enough. Please.
Don't you cook all the time already?
I do. I cook a lot and it's always super involved, and I need to break that habit because I'm like, I want to make a lobster bisque today. And then I just go and buy all the stuff for a lobster bisque, and then I wreck my kitchen, and then it makes me want to cry. So I feel this girl's pain already.
One pot lobster bisque. I've seen a bunch of TikToks on that where it's like all one pot and it's all Trader Joe's.
Ooh.
Send me said TikTok, because
is it buying the Trader Joe's lobster bisque and pouring it into a pot to warm it up?
Well, there's several ingredients. The actual lobster bisque, yes, is that part, but there's like additional steps that they add in to make it like upscale beyond just like the Trader Joe's piece.
Guys,
speaking of girlfriends, I'm not gonna go on a huge tangent, but Bello, I gotta ask you this: if your fiance was a zombie, are you killing her? No. Are you putting her down?
Darien, I'm gonna need you to bleep out his name because I'm gonna use his name for the story. If your girlfriend was fighting as a zombie, are you helping, or are you helping your girlfriend?
Wait, what the fuck?
You should already know the genesis of this question.
I mean, of course I know the genesis of this question. I will say, like, when you say
zombie,
okay, but like, why would I not help? I would help her kill.
Thank you. No, thank you. I appreciate it.
I would slaughter another man? I don't understand. I don't know if I would kill her, but it'd be one of those like, I said
you have to put them in a glass box until you find a cure.
Nah.
Yeah.
Ain't no cure.
It depends on what zombie universe we're talking about here. Like, are we talking about?
I would love the memory of her. I'd be like, you know what? I'm gonna respect you.
No, we do need to like make something very known though. Is this like a Walking Dead zombie, or is this like an I Am Legend zombie? Because I Am Legend, you gotta go. I'm so sorry.
Even if it's a Walking Dead zombie, because those, you always underestimate them, and then you're toast. No, yeah, I will say my fiance flatly said, "Of course you should kill me." I will say that. She's like, "What are you thinking if you don't?" No, but I just had to throw that out there for no particular reason. It was just on my mind,
Interesting.
No reason. We haven't discussed that before.
For me, it depends on the zombie. Because an I Am Legend zombie, if I see her and I'm like, oh no, and she breaks into a full sprint down the street, it's over. I can't allow
So
this.
What, you're just going to keep her in a glass box until she decomposes and falls apart? Like, no. That would be gross and weird.
I Am Legend, they do.
She's already She's already
Spoiler
dead.
Yeah, and he blows himself up.
Okay, yes, but they do find a cure.
Spoiler alert for I Am Legend.
Yeah, if you haven't seen it, go see it. Great movie.
Yeah, he kills a bunch of them. Yeah, no. If my fiance's a literal zombie, she's getting taken out the game. She's going up to meet the Lord and Savior. And I don't know. Maybe I'd roll around on a cool motorcycle or something after that, because that's what people do in the apocalypse, I think. So
interesting. Well, back to the story.
Or let's just start the story.
Yeah,
more like
I guess so. I'll just reread the title. Am I the asshole for very rarely / almost never wanting to go to restaurants because my girlfriend makes food that's just as good, if not better than restaurant food? Yeah, we'll get started here. I've been with my wonderful girlfriend for a few years now, and we usually get along great aside from this current issue. She's a self-proclaimed foodie, which I honestly think is just selling herself short. She's a food genius. She can taste and smell a dish and then turn around and recreate it, or even make it better than the original. She's
like a savant, like a prodigy type deal.
Yeah, like there's some basic stuff you could probably try and be like, yeah, I could like work my way through this, but there's some crazy shit out there. If you try and you could like recreate that, that's insane.
I wonder if she's like classically trained. I guess we'll figure it out, but
she said that she's a foodie, so my thought is no, but
yeah, if you call yourself a foodie, you're not trained.
Yeah,
because you would take credit for being trained.
Yeah, you'd be like, I'm a chef.
You wouldn't call yourself a foodie.
If she were a real chef, this would be a completely different post. We'd be like, yeah, I was in the kitchen, and she was like, corner chef, and spilled hot soup all over me. I need hands. Great show. Go watch The Bear. If you taste something and wonder, what's that subtle flavor? She'll tell you it's anchovy paste, or sumac, or lavender, or some other obscure spice that you would never think of. When someone is cooking something and they go, it's missing something, she can tell you exactly what it needs. He then writes this, 2 sentences in parentheses. It doesn't stop there. She knew I had... Oh, sorry. This was... Okay, whoa.
Popcorn reading was kicking his ass back in the day.
No.
He was counting down the words in the paragraphs. He's like, 1, 2, 3, 4. Fuck. So that's a big word in it.
Just wait until you... Okay. It doesn't stop there. She knew I had touched a diesel truck at work one morning as soon as I walked into the house that night because she could still somehow smell it on me. It's either really cool or really creepy, depending on the day. All I saw was touched a diesel truck at work, and I was like, did I grab the wrong story? Did I like half and half chop this up from something else? I was very confused. Yeah, this woman seems incredibly intelligent. Like, to be able to do this with food. Again, like a basic thing.
Do this with anything, apparently.
If you could like taste a sauce and be like, and like a weird one, right, that you've never had before, and be like, oh, I could make this. That's fucking difficult.
Well, it's basically, have you guys ever seen Psych, the TV show?
Mm-hmm.
No. Gus Great and the show. Super Sniffer?
Yes.
It's basically like she has that superpower where he's like, here's a scent, like, understand its ingredients, and that guy can do that. That's basically what she's saying she can do.
Yeah. I think famously on like Iron Chef or some cooking show, like they did this, and it was like classically trained chefs who have made it a certain length in the show would brutally fuck up a recipe after trying it. Like they'd try it and be like, I'm getting coriander. They'd be like, no, you're out. So like this shit is hard. It's actually very, very difficult to do this. That's not it either. She heard about a lost family recipe, and the next week, bam, I'm eating my grandmother's homemade sausage again for the first time in 15 years.
Damn.
Grandma made sausage. That's crazy.
Keep going. We're never going to make it through this story.
It's gotten to the point where I don't see any point in going out to eat, pretty much ever, except maybe her birthday. Even the most exotic ingredients aren't out of her reach either. And even though it's not about cost, I've saved up more being with her than I have in any other relationship. The only places we really go for date night is ramen. She can't figure out how to make the noodles, but she still tries, so it's just a matter of time. And for sushi. She can do all this and she can't make ramen noodles.
I know, just buy the ramen noodles.
I was gonna say, dude, just buy the ramen.
Just buy the noodles. Like, what?
And sushi, like, it's just rice, wasabi, and fish and seaweed.
I will say, making sushi at home seems scary. Like, even if you get sushi grade fish, you're probably like, I don't know. I don't trust it.
That's true. Yeah, sushi's one of those things, like, you gotta, like, have a guy that knows where to get the fish.
Yeah.
You have to have a very trusted source of fresh fish.
Yeah, exactly.
Our anniversary was... Well, that's wrong. Our anniversary was recently, and I had noticed that our local fish counter was selling sushi-grade fish, along with the rolling mats and nori. So I suggested that we have homemade sushi for our anniversary dinner before going out, and she got upset and said, I'm not learning how to make sushi because then I'll never get a real date ever again. We ended up going out instead.
Ooh.
I think I can see this like from both perspectives. And I think this is going to be a tough one to decide on because like I can totally see both sides of the argument here.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm already leaning though. I will say that.
I think I'm right down the middle.
Yeah.
It's tough. This does scream like typical guy behavior though. He's like, yeah, she always is like so happy to make it. And she's in the kitchen like, I have to make this shit again? And he's like, yeah, she loves it, dude. Like look at her go. It's like anyone else in the kitchen would be like, you should take her out to eat. Like, she is not happy right now. It kind of took me by surprise that she got so mad, though. She's lightly mentioned wanting to go out occasionally to places like Olive Garden because she likes the red sauce. Or other places because she likes the food. And now that I'm thinking about it, she's gotten kind of gloomy because I've asked her to cook on date nights instead of going out more often. Also, self-acclaimed foodie wants to go to Olive Garden. That doesn't work. Something's wrong.
Olive Garden is slept on, man.
No, I agree, man. Listen,
sucks, dude.
No.
It's Italian McDonald's.
No.
Okay, and people love McDonald's, bro.
Only people who haven't been to Olive Garden in like 10 years hate Olive Garden.
I've been to Olive Garden 3 times in the last 5 years.
Well, then clearly you don't hate it all that much. Or, you know, like Paddy said, McDonald's is good when there's not a bitch in your ear saying it's gross.
I also like McDonald's. I would prefer McDonald's over Olive Garden.
Dude, listen, Olive Garden gets a lot of shit, but that's the people that are expecting more than what Olive Garden is going to give you. It's not high-end Italian food. It is, you go there, you stuff your face with decent to good pasta and leave in basically a wheelchair because you ate so much.
Okay, Olive Garden. Breadsticks, great.
Gas.
Salad, okay. Endless salad, sure. Pasta with all of their sauces suck. That is water. They cut up a tomato and add water and go, fuck, we forgot salt.
The chicken gnocchi soup at Olive Garden is undefeated.
I haven't had that.
It's so good.
The chicken parm there is solid. I
also haven't had the chicken parm because I wouldn't trust chicken from there.
Man,
you're acting like this is like a third world country restaurant.
Wake up, sheeple.
It sounds like we need to do a live action episode in an Olive Garden.
Once we get our cameras and stuff set up and we get our mics, we'll do one. We'll sit in an Olive Garden.
What's going to be the Olive Garden manager's reaction? We're like, hey, can we film a podcast in here? And he's like, no.
I'm getting lost. My attention span is like, so.
Sorry, you talk about Olive Garden. I don't know what to tell you.
You were hating on Olive Garden. I had to step in.
Yeah, I couldn't understand the Olive Garden.
I couldn't sit idly.
I think everything I've had there, maybe I've gotten the wrong things. But everything I've had there has sucked besides, like, the breadsticks. And if I want a really good bread, I'd rather go to Red Lobster for the Cheddar Bay biscuits.
I feel like
Red Lobster and Olive Garden are like the same thing, different genre.
I think they might be owned by the same people.
They probably are.
Turning your nose up to Olive Garden, but then saying like Red Lobster's like a good alternative is a little crazy.
I don't think so, because you know how you just said you can't go to Olive Garden and expect good Italian food? I don't.
Yeah.
I go to Olive Garden, I'm like, this is going to kind of suck, but it's fine. And I'm still disappointed. I'll go to a Red Lobster and be like, this is going to kind of suck. And I'll be like, okay, yeah, it kind of sucks. It's good though. It'll do. So there's a difference there. I'm not going into an Olive Garden being like, sir, I ordered my gnocchi and this is overcooked clearly.
Where do you keep your silver spoon?
I've made a startling discovery.
I'm going to kill you.
The same people that own Olive Garden own Ruth's Chris. Yeah. In season 52.
A lot of the time, the like higher end stuff, yeah, you own like a bunch of different like levels. You're like casual, high end, like super fan, like the whole spectrum.
Bello can't go to Ruth's Chris anymore. That's crazy. Because it's Olive Garden.
That's true.
Okay.
That's true.
Wow, that's crazy work to say that.
It's the McDonald's of steak.
It's a completely different entity. It's a completely different restaurant. Yeah. Anyways, back to this guy and his girlfriend, and they're cooking. Or her cooking, rather. She's also brought up that food she cooks tastes better to me because she's tasting it, smelling it, whatever, while it cooks, so her senses are dulled by the time it's served. But she has the most acute sense of smell and taste I've ever seen, so I kind of think it's just an excuse. I just don't think it's worth it to go out and pay restaurant food prices when we could stay home for home food prices and have food that's just as excellent. So Reddit, am I the asshole for not wanting to pay a restaurant to cook my meals because I practically have a private chef in my own home? So
the way this guy's teeing this up is, man.
Yeah, he's really not doing himself any favors. Yeah, he's not doing himself any favors.
So there's 3 edits, a quick 5-word sentence or 6-word sentence, and then a final edit, which is like several paragraphs.
The first sentence is, I'm not a misogynist, I promise, or something. No, he's like, please.
The first like sentence, like just separate sentence. Yes, I washed the dishes, which is a big one. That's a big, if it was big. Like,
that is a big piece.
What do you mean? We split it 50-50. It'd be like, fuck you, man. Like, that's crazy.
I'm wondering if he like helps her cook. Like if it's like an interactive thing. Cause like if it's like them doing it together, that's like a good date night. That's something you guys are doing together. But if it's like truly like she's just in the kitchen and he's like hand down his pants in front of the TV watching SpongeBob.
He's jacking off to SpongeBob. That's crazy.
No. He's not. He's just there.
In his pants.
Oh, yeah. just holding.
Yeah, just holding.
Okay. I will say, like, this to me is like the cleanest break between how guys and girls view situations as I could possibly imagine. Because in his mind, he's like, oh, well, it's cheaper to cook at home. The food is just as good. There's literally no logical reason to go out to dinner. As a person who cooks also, I understand that you're probably spending very similar amounts on ingredients if you're making elaborate meals. So
if you make things that aren't basic food, it does normally cost probably about the same to make it at home. If you're making beyond like pasta and like shrimp or like sausage or something like that, if you're going into an actual recipe, normally you have to get specific things that you did not have before.
Yeah, and if you need to go get your hands on Chinese 5-spice, that is not normal.
I have some of that. I have some of that in the cupboard.
It's great.
Yeah, but like it just like screams to me like this guy's like, hey, like, I mean, it just makes sense. Like he doesn't understand the emotion. I don't want to say emotional because it feels like the wrong word, but like the like emotional connection of going out on a date. He's like, oh, we're spending time together and we're having good food. It's like the same thing, but in her mind, she's like, it's not the same thing. because I'm literally slaving away in the kitchen to make this. And then we get to enjoy. It's not the same as just going and enjoying something. Her saying, I'm not learning how to make sushi because then you'll never take me on a date. He should have known what was up right then. Like, he should have been like, oh, that might be. But no, this guy's really thinking about it through the logical lens. He's like, I don't get it. It's the same thing.
Like I said earlier, it's like the typical straight guy theory. It's like, what do you mean? I took you to McDonald's last week. What do you mean we haven't been on a date? I took you through the drive-thru.
Yeah, and I fall victim to this as well. I'm not going to pretend like I'm perfect, but I will say, guys gotta stop conflating buying things all the time with like going on dates. Because like I feel like for me, I'm like, I can't afford to go on a fucking date because I'm spending money other times all the time. And it's like, well, we got to roll some of that back so that we can do the thing, because there's like an attachment to actually going on a date. And I find myself in that trap all the time where I'm like, how the fuck am I supposed to go on a date when I do this and this and this and this? We went to McDonald's every single day this week and I bought it every single time. That adds up to one date. I'm just saying, like, no, but I get it. But yeah, like I said, I'm the dishes guy. I cook more. That's a personal thing. So I could totally understand being like, I'm sick of this. Please. Like let's go somewhere.
I totally get where you're coming from. I do the same shit too. Like I'll my thing is I just lose track of time because I'm a fucking idiot. And so it'll just pop up where my fiance will very nicely be like, hey, can we go like on a date? And I'll be like, didn't we? And then I start like doing the numbers.
I'm the
like,
same way. Oh, not realizing how long it's been since the last one. Yep.
It's been 4 months since we've had like a legit, like, let's get dressed, like dress nice, go to a place, like make a plan. And I'm like, oh shit. Yeah, might be. That's on me.
Yeah, that's on me, big dog.
That's on me. We'll go fix that. I dap her up. I go, yo, that's on me.
Hey, that's me. No, that, yeah. I'm ready for these edits. I'm curious what kind of context he's going to add, because like we said, he did not do himself any favors in this initial blurb. Like, he made himself sound like a real dick in the first part. So it's probably going to be a lot of like, well, actually, we have a very healthy relationship and blah, blah, blah. And I do this and this and this. I'm like very ready for his explanation. I'm curious.
So we'll start with edit number 1 then. It's not about the financial aspect of staying home versus going out. I just thought it was worth mentioning because it's been more of a saving than expected. So that's the first thing. He just wanted to clarify that it's really not about the money, which is good. He's not trying to be like
fried in them comments.
Oh, you know.
They were cooking his ass in the comments. That's what that means.
Oh, yeah.
They're like, what are you, broke?
And then for the sake of the show, I actually feel like we need to vote right now before we continue, because he goes in a hard direction after this.
Oh, man.
So we need to make a choice now, because if not, it's just you're either agreeing or disagreeing with what he thinks of himself. So for the sanctity of the show, I feel like we must vote.
Darien, okay, I'll start.
Asshole? Yeah.
Yeah, he is. Mostly because I think I understand where he's coming from as a dude, as a person who thinks very similarly in a lot of instances where I'm like, oh, it's just easier to do it this way, or yada, yada, yada. But like, you have to consider the opposite perspective, and it feels like he's so zoned in on the benefits that it's bringing him, he's ignoring maybe the downsides of his significant other. And I'll tell you, you do not want to fumble a girl who can cook. No. So figure it out. I'm just saying.
Paddy.
Yeah, I get both sides. Like, saving money is good. Being able to like eat like home cooked meals is always nice. But at the same time, like, if it's gotten to the point where you suggest making something new and her reaction is, I'm not learning that because I'll never get to go out on a date, that means that like they never go out. And she never gets that, which is not fair. So yeah, I mean, he's got to be the asshole here.
Got it. And with my vote, I do want to bring up something that I just thought was funny. He also probably sees it this way because since the only thing they do go out for is sushi, and sushi is not always, but like stereotypically like a more expensive meal that you go out for. All it did was remind me of this meme that's like going around lately, where it's like when you're on a date and she starts ordering appetizers and you've got a crisp $20 bill in your pocket, you're just like,
yeah, oh, no. That's a bad feeling.
Yeah.
Well, like, I mean, you budget for it, but like at the same time, you're like, damn, I didn't want to use the whole budget. I wanted to put something back. I wanted to put something back in the account, but I guess we're using the whole thing. All right, whatever.
What's the point of a budget if not to blow it?
Yeah, you got to spend that whole thing, get to 100%.
You are the asshole. 3 votes. And this is good, because this leads into more of the edits. Edit number 2. I'm taking her out tonight to grovel, guys. I'm also going to politely ask that if she finds this off of Twitter, please don't smother me in my sleep for being such a dick. Edit number 3.
So he's realizing that he's an asshole.
Dude, they were frying him in the comments. 100%.
Edit number 3. No, Twitter, I don't buy her flowers. Thanks for rubbing it in. I buy her herbs and succulents. What flowers do I buy a woman who likes to preserve them afterward? Oh, they shot
This guy was
back.
getting just cooked up.
He's getting bodied. Oh my god.
Just getting cooked up.
Also, in case you're wondering, roses. If you hang roses upside down, especially colored roses, the color will drain to the bottom of the petals when they dry out.
Oh.
Tidbit.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. The more you know, man.
Yeah.
I mean, we can jump into the final edit. The first paragraph is him talking about, like, people on Twitter, so there's nothing of interest there. I'm just gonna cut to the good stuff. I really took everything you guys said to heart, and I can honestly say that I've been an ass, and it's really hurt my relationship with my girlfriend. It's honestly a surprise that she's still my girlfriend after everything. So her mom picked up the girls, and I took her out to a really nice tapas restaurant. Tapas, great choice. Fantastic. Gotta love that. She was very excited and seemed to enjoy herself. I apologized for being stupid. Afterwards, we took a walk and everything seemed perfect. So I asked her to marry me. She said no.
What was this guy thinking? He fucking panicked.
Yeah,
he was panicking.
I compare that to you're running into the zone in Fortnite and you get shot from behind and you panic build a pyramid for no reason, and it was just your dumbass buddy throwing a grenade at you.
Yeah, he was freaking out. I mean, I will say the internet will convince you that the sky is falling. I will say that they'll be like, it's over already. You just don't know it yet. But like I mean, if you're saying that the mother-in-law picked up the kids, so y'all have kids that you're taking care of together. At the very least, it doesn't seem like they're your kids, but yeah, that you can't go from we've been having a ton of issues to can you please marry me? That's not the correct order of operations. You don't get to go on one date and be like, all is well, baby. Here are these flowers too, and a succulent.
This reminds me of when we were talking about in that previous episode about having like a kid and how like having a kid is not the correct way to save a marriage. Proposing is not the correct way to save a relationship.
Yes.
Same way the baby is not one way. You can't do it. It does not save it. And even if they say yes, clearly there was some things going on. You got to figure that stuff out first.
Yeah. This screams desperation, and he's probably about to spiral even worse now that she said no. Rip.
Yeah, he was trying to lock it in and make sure that he was okay, because in his mind, he was probably like, this isn't a huge deal. I just want to know, like, am I being the dick? Is she being the dick? And for sure, the internet was like, she fucking hates you. She wants to kill you.
Yes, smother me in my sleep.
Be with a man like you. And he was like, oh my God, I have to like lock this woman in now. So yeah, that happened. And then, well, I'll continue. She said no. She did it kindly, but she still said no. She said that it wasn't a no forever, but she didn't want to commit to a one-sided relationship, and also said she doesn't think it's fair that our relationship happens on my schedule or my terms.
There's a lot more going on here than just cooking. There's a lot more going on.
Oh my goodness. He's Darien, cooked, man. He's cooked.
Do me a huge favor and post your reaction to that on the TikTok.
Dude.
Because that was
my real genuine reaction. I mean, okay, two things, right? First, this guy is a complete bonehead for not realizing that this was happening. Because like even us listening, and look, we're all cool dudes. We all love our significant others, but like we're also a little bit dumb, you know? Yes. And even us just like looking at it, we're like, oh yeah, this is clearly not going to go well. And for him not to even realize he's so up his own ass, like you have to be. But on the other side, and I'm hoping that this is just him not putting it in the story, it doesn't seem like she ever said all that much about the deeper parts of it. Because, like, she's probably like, I'm not going to do this sushi because then we'll never go on a date again. But that doesn't automatically translate to a person who's not already looking for it as this is one-sided. I feel like I'm putting in more effort than you. Like, it feels like we're constantly just doing things on your time. If you want to take me on a date, we go on a date. If you don't, we don't. Like, those are conversations that you need to have out loud, like verbatim, not just like hint at them by kind of being upset about certain things. Like, this guy was clearly not getting the picture. So it's like, you know, not that you're the asshole or anything, but like you have to take some blame. Like, communication goes two ways.
Yeah, my dog was lost. This is bad, bro. This is bad.
He's fried.
Let me give you, a girlfriend, restaurant, whatever your throwaway name was. Let me give you a tip. First of all, don't listen to the internet. I mean, you are the asshole. Like you asked a question, get the one word answer to that question, which is asshole. Good, sweet, figure that out. Don't listen to Twitter, because I guarantee you it was Twitter who was like, you need to marry this woman. Like, why are you're such a fucking idiot. And he was like, oh my God, like, I am an idiot. I do need to go marry. Don't listen to Twitter. If you haven't talked to her, let's say something else. Three of us here, three guys. Would you ever propose to a woman without talking about it first? If you are getting a no, you have missed massively. No. I mean, I'm not saying you gotta spoil the surprise. I know some people are really big into like, no, I want it to be like a surprise. Dog, you gotta at least bring it up. Talk about like, hey, like, do you see us getting married one day? Like, because clearly he just said, fuck it, we ball, and went in for the slam dunk. And
when have you practiced that shot? When have you practiced that shot?
Get Patrick Ewing on the pod right now. I want him to say that to this guy. Dude. This is very important.
Oh, man.
What the fuck?
He should have just gone full nuclear and been like, I didn't want to say anything, but the reason that we haven't been going on dates is because I've been saving for this ring. Just lie at that point, man.
Gaslighting. Gaslighting.
Just totally lie. Like, honestly, this is one instance where I say telling the truth was not the good play. Like, being like, I was being an asshole and I really just never felt like taking you out. It just never made any sense to me, but want to get married? Like, no. No.
It's a $10 Walmart ring, and he's like, I spent $15K on this just for you.
I wanted to save some money on the ring, so I got a deal on this from a buddy.
Yeah, crazy work. I can continue. Paddy, you got something you want to add in there?
No.
All right. Sorry, I thought I saw you lean in for a second. I was like, oh. I'm pretty heartbroken. I thought everything was pretty okay between us, but she thinks we should go to premarital or pre-engagement counseling, and the division of labor needs to change over a serious sit-down conversation. So Reddit, you were right. I'm the asshole who almost lost the love of my life, and most of you were right. It wasn't over restaurants.
I mean, good for him for like realizing, I guess now, but like it feels like it might be a little too late unless he puts in that work.
It seems like she wants to continue the relationship. I will say, shout out to the boy for changing his mind, because all the time you see these type of stories and then he's on Twitter calling people slurs because he's like, no, I'm right. You're all crazy. He went on Twitter. He said, "Oh my god, I'm wrong. I'm fucking stupid."
Oh my god, it was worse than I thought.
Man, it was me. Oh my god.
Oh no.
Yeah.
God, I would have loved to have been with this guy when he realized that he was wrong. Yeah. He just goes, "Oh no!" Just drops to his knees in the middle of a Walmart. Just no.
Yeah, he's buying succulents for the 5th time in the month. He's like, oh my god, this isn't enough! No!
He just wakes up one morning and his Twitter has 6,000 notifications all calling him a stupid asshole. He's like,
yeah.
Fuck.
Dude, he probably saw the amount of like likes on the tweet and he was like, uh-oh, I'm in trouble. Like, if I'm letting you guys know now, if we ever post something and I wake up and there's like 10,000 fucking like comments on it or something, I'm like, we're all in trouble. We've said something that is pissed off the internet because nobody comments more than angry people. So I'm like, oh no, we're screwed.
That's why for our social media strategy, Paddy, I need you to get the college team with the per capita number of most fans and just start talking insane shit about them on 2 Minute Drill. Okay?
And then Paddy will disappear forever. Yeah. Well, Bama fans aren't real fans because they're also used to winning. They're all petered out and weird. They're like, whatever.
Interesting. Well, Paddy, I'll give you a good challenge. Something you'll enjoy doing. Talk insane shit about FSU, and then let's get a clip on the Instagram and TikTok of just you like.
Oh, I've got a clip from last week that I could post that would.
That's good.
Yeah, he does this every single week.
Well, yeah, this guy. You had better be like Sheldon from Big Bang Theory, because you better be really smart in other areas to just not catch that she was this unhappy for this long, because tough scene.
Yeah, to quote Paddy from a very old episode, one of the very early episodes, that thangin', clearly. Because no way is she dealing with it, especially like she's talking about going to premarital counseling. So she's like this unhappy to say no to the proposal, but is still like, I mean, yeah, I want to get married, but like later after we talk about this. Yeah. Oh my god, this episode is it's all over the place.
So do you want to use that as the intro, Darien, or jacking off SpongeBob? What would you like to use in the intro?
What do you think I'm gonna choose?
Jacking off SpongeBob.
No, I'm not gonna choose that. I actually want people to continue to listen to the episode, not turn it off immediately. Oh man, no, but yeah, this guy, like,
I hope for his sake he was able to turn it around, man.
Yeah, like I have hope that he's a good dude because of like what we were saying. Like he immediately was like, oh shit, like maybe I did fuck up. Let me do some other stuff. I just hope it's also not like performative, because like I've said this just in life, but like a lot of bad people just like change for the short term to get what they want, and then they'll go back to the things that they always used to do. And I used to tell people who were in really shitty situations, like just as a friend, I'd be like, hey, it may not be tomorrow, it may not be next week, it may not be this year, but eventually this person is going to go back to the person that they were. Like, this is what they're giving off. And I hope that that's not the case with this guy, but I can't understand how you could be so oblivious to it and not have some sort of intentionality behind it. Like, she's been complaining about not going on dates, and you still are like, but your cooking's better, so we're just not going to do it, and I save a bunch of money. Like, it just doesn't. You have to intentionally like choose to do that at a certain point. So I'm hopeful but skeptical at the same time.
Yeah, you gotta hope that he can really turn the bus around here quickly, because just bad situation. But it seems like he does want to change. It does seem like he's going to fix himself. But I mean, the fact that she wants to go to like premarital counseling means that she genuinely is not like, no. She's like, no, seriously, like if you can improve, maybe. But this dude's fallen victim to something that I'm going to get specific here. And the reason is because I've seen it like more than thrice in my life, which is enough for me to be like, okay, there's something up here.
Thrice?
More than thrice. A lot of dudes who were raised with a mom who did everything for them have this issue that they start dating people and they're like, well, yeah. And it's obviously like this very misogynistic idea of like, well, yeah, like the girl just does that. Like she just does the laundry and like does the cooking and stuff. Well, you gotta get over that shit. It's like insane for me to see someone and be like, oh yeah, like she does the cook. Like, I don't understand. Like I take out the trash. Bruh. Learn to cook. Either that or learn to clean. You better be doing all the laundry. If she does this and you think doing the dishes is like a good 50-50, no. Doing the dishes is like a given. And then you gotta be like doing the laundry or something. Like, I don't know, like one of the other big things that you do in a household that takes a lot of someone's time. So, and that's not a message for this guy. That's a message for every guy out there.
I like the finger point.
The finger.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, mister.
Yeah.
We don't do that to women around here, man.
Yeah, if you don't want to get slept in a parking lot by a random Mr. Save-A-Ho, stop. Fix yourself.
Save-A-Ho. Formal.
God.
Yeah. Senior.
All right. Yeah, but like, I don't think we have to revote, honestly, because I think we're all in agreement that this guy stayed the asshole in this situation. Now, as a person...
agrees.
Yeah.
He understands that he's the asshole.
You seem like a good dude. I'm hoping that you are. And again,
good luck, man. Good luck.
Do not fumble the bad bitch who can cook. It's not worth it.
Boy. Godspeed.
You got to do whatever you can, man. You got to buy flowers every week. You got to be planning out elaborate date nights. Like, and it doesn't even have to be often, but show intentionality. That's the big thing. It's all about the fact that you didn't.
A word.
You didn't. Yeah, intentionality
cannot be a word.
Yeah, that's a word.
What?
Intentionality?
Yes.
That does not sound like a word.
Paddy.
What a weird thing to harp on right there.
I don't know. I heard it, and in my head, bells start ringing, going, "Not a word, not a word, not a word."
That is definitely a word.
You're like, that can't be a word, surely.
Hang on.
Surely he's lying.
I'm gonna look it up.
I got you. Intentionality, the fact of being deliberate or purposive. Now, purposive does not feel like a real word.
That definitely doesn't sound like a word.
It is, though.
All right. Hand up. I was wrong.
Like Bello said, that's very weird that you were like,
yeah.
Like,
hand up. No. I was wrong.
We have to bring this to a screeching halt. Darien, that is not a word.
Okay, Mister. He kills every bit we do.
He did try to expose me low key on the pod.
I just tried to edit it out.
didn't know you were stupid. Anyway, no, but it's all about being intentional. Like, you have to be intentional about it. And like, that's where you start to, it's not about quantity. It's not about going on a date night every week. Cause I'm sure she probably, if she's this good at cooking, she probably does enjoy cooking, like by itself. But like, you can't have it. You can
definitely do it multiple times a week.
Yeah. Especially with kids, it sounds like she's probably going to be cooking for the family, but like, you have to make it like not an expectation like, oh, that's such and such. She cooks every single meal for us every single day. Like, anyone would get tired of that. Like, we probably all have things in our personal lives that we do most often with our significant others. And there are probably days where you're like, I just wish she would do it one fucking time. I mean, come on. But like, you know, that's what happens. And that's why you talk. We've said this so many times on this podcast. Talk to your significant others about your problems, or it'll go south every single time. So.
And also, I'm going to introduce a radical third idea. And I will say, a little bit of a slippery slope here. Sometimes you can order out. And if she's had a long day, you could be like, hey, I'm going to order Chipotle. And we're going to have that for dinner. Even though I know you could make it better. But for the sake of convenience, we're not cooking tonight. Because that doesn't come up at all here. And that's something I do probably once a week maybe. Be like, hey, we're both fucking tired. We're ordering out for food. So, just a third option for you there. But yeah, I want to see you at escape rooms. I want to see you at more sushi places. I want to see you at the movies. I want to see it. Alrighty, boys. Any other comments on that before we continue?
I will just say a date idea that I heard recently that I thought was very cool. A friend of ours, said that their significant other did like a Hot Ones thing where they got all the Hot Ones sauces and they made like personalized questions for them to answer like during the interview. And I just thought that was cool. So if you're looking for a date idea, hit that one up.
Paddy, I have just taken out a very large loan to invest in business ideas, things that could make me money. They said I have to get it back to them by end of week with 38% interest. Do you have any ideas what I could do? It was from a guy in an alley. I don't know.
This, I'm going to dedicate this pick to this guy, this story, and hope that he uses this bet to pay for a date, take his girl out, have her enjoy a nice meal. I'm going to go back. Idea.
This guy should get into sports gambling to fix his relationship. Continue.
I'm going to take it back to my hometown, Cleveland, Ohio. The Cleveland Browns and the Miami Dolphins are playing a football game this weekend.
They are.
And
ass off.
If you do not know, both Miami and Cleveland are incredibly, incredibly bad at football. And to make matters worse, there are reported 45 to 60 mile an hour winds during the game in Cleveland. And it's got a 94% chance of rain. So we are going to hammer the under 39.5 because this is going to be a game that ends like 6-0. And the 6 points was on a touchdown and they missed the extra point because you're not going to be able to kick. You're not going to be able to throw the ball. Browns defense is actually decent, so they're going to be able to stop the run. And Miami we don't really have an offense, so Miami shouldn't have any trouble keeping us out of the end zone. So under 39.5, this is probably the most confident I've been on any of the plays that I've ever said on here. I think there's no way that this doesn't hit. Like if you're thinking about like, oh, I got a little bit extra money, like what should I do with it? This. If I have no money and I need to take out a loan, this. If I need to steal money, this. This is a Mega Max whale nuclear play of the year.
If they end up scoring 42 points, I'm gonna be in my grave. They're gonna break my kneecaps, Paddy.
Yeah, well, get ready,
man.
Well,
listen, Darien never posts my wins, man.
It's true. I gotta keep up the facade. But I have posted your good takes in general.
Yeah, you just gotta post some of my wins, man. I know I can gamble a little bit. One
of them has to do with my LSU Tigers, so that one's coming up once I get the pieces. You know, so.
Hey guys, if you're listening to us right now, please tell your friends about us. Force them to listen to the podcast. Send it to them. Get their phone. Download it on their phone, and then leave us a good review on Apple Podcasts. Spotify, I think you have to listen to like 6 episodes before. So do that on their phone and then leave us a good review. Follow us on Twitter. Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on TikTok. Paddy doesn't post on the Twitter, by the way. I almost missed it, but I just can't forget. It's too important to me.
What about the Reddit page you don't post on?
Ooh.
Not existent yet. Again, not my idea.
Oh, so you haven't even made it yet. Damn. Damn.
Again, it needs to happen. But
I
got an idea, guys. I got an idea.
What's up?
Do you think, this is a question, do you think that people actually make it to the very end of these episodes?
I would hope so, man. I hope I'm not just screaming into the void.
I mean, aren't we all? But
yeah,
we got to come up with a code word that if you make it to the end of the episode, you go comment it on a TikTok or an Instagram post, we know that you're a real fan, you know? What is it? We got to decide right now on the fly. If you listen to the very end of this episode.
If you comment phalange on any of our TikToks, Paddy is going to send you $5 to go place bets on with your local sportsbook.
No.
I love that idea.
I think it's a good idea.
We should do
Paddy, you're gonna owe less than $5.
No.
What should be some sort
What's
of
the Bugs Bunny? No.
Yeah.
If you comment phalange on one of our posts, Instagram or TikTok, because you made it to the end of this episode, we will shout you out every single episode until the end of the year.
Not every single one. We'll do it on the next one, though. We'll do it the next time.
No, every single one. Until the end of the year.
That's on you to remember then.
I'll do it. I'll write it on a sticky note. And I'll be like, hey, shout out you. And then if we ever make it anywhere, we'll send you like, I don't know, $1. That would be pretty cool.
If we ever make it anywhere, we'll send you $1.
I mean, we're not going to be making any more than $1. We'll send you a framed dollar. It'll be fake, though. Our token to you. Yeah, it'll be our faces instead of the president's. And we'll get a special dollar made, and then we'll send it to you. And then in 5 years, whenever we're huge, you can be like, hey, I was an OG fan, and I commented phalange on their social medias, and then I got this dollar. Now it's worth $1,000.
I call being the $5 bill.
Shut up.
It's on
$1.
We can't. We're going to put all of our faces on. I mean,
yeah, we're going to be all on $1.
That could be good. Okay. Hey, guys. Thanks again for listening. We love you all. Catch you next time.
Hi, Mom.